In this short tutorial, we will look at the amount of additional money that is injected into a color given a change in government spending using the marginal propensity to consume. The formula for the spending multiplier using the marginal propensity to consume is 1 divided by 1 minus MPC. The formula for additional government spending is multiplier times additional government spending. The procedure for calculating the additional amount of money created in the economy by government spending is as follows. 1. Write down the formula for the spending multiplier using the marginal propensity to consume. This is 1 divided by 1 minus the MPC. We will locate the value of the marginal propensity to consume in the problem. 3. We will substitute in the value of the marginal propensity to consume into the formula, and then we will divide 1 by the marginal propensity to consume. 5. We'll write down the formula for calculating the additional amount of money injected into the economy as a result of government spending, and that is found by multiplying the multiplier times the amount of additional government spending. 6. We'll locate the multiplier in the problem. 7. Substitute the multiplier into the formula. 8. We'll locate the additional amount of government spending. 9. We'll substitute the amount of additional government spending into the formula. 10. We'll multiply the multiplier by the amount of additional government spending to get the actual amount of additional GDP generated, or this can also be thought of as the amount of additional income created. The marginal propensity, let's look at an example. If the marginal propensity to consume is 0.6 and the government spends an additional $50 billion, how much additional money was injected into the economy? First, we have to write down the formula for the multiplier. This is 1 divided by 1 minus the MPC. Next thing we need to do is look for the words marginal propensity to consume in our problem. That will be substituted in for the MPC in the formula. In this particular problem, the marginal propensity to consume is 0.6, so we will substitute in 0.6 into the formula. The next thing that we need to do is subtract from 1 0.6, or 1 minus 0.6. This leaves 0.4. Next, we will divide 1 by 0.4. This gives 2.5. So the multiplier is 2.5. Our next step is to write down the formula for the amount of additional money that is injected into the economy. The formula for the amount of additional money that's injected into the economy is the multiplier times additional government spending. First off, we need to locate the multiplier, which we calculated earlier, and we will substitute in the value of the multiplier. In this case, the multiplier is 2.5, so we substitute in the formula for the multiplier, 2.5. Next, we look back to the formula and ask how much did the government spend. We see that the government spends an additional $50 billion, so we will substitute that in for the additional government spending. In this case, the government spends $50 billion, and so we will substitute in $50 billion for the amount of the additional government spending. Next, we will multiply the multiplier times the additional amount of government spending. In this case, the multiplier was 0.25, and the additional amount of government spending was $50 billion. So our formula now reads 2.5 times 50 billion. When we multiply those two numbers together, that gives us 125 billion. So the final answer is when the government spends an additional 50 billion, the marginal propensity to consume is 0.6, and an additional 125 billion is created.